What's up, you movie collecting maniacs, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and I've got a fantastic Quickie movie haul lined up for us with a lot of great, weird, odd flicks with some, maybe a sprinkle of stuff that you might have heard of before, but some interesting and unusual stuff, and some cinematic gold. So let's jump right in. The first film on the docket is a very interesting one. It's hard to even describe, and it's very, very weird and out there. The movie is Bloody Pit of Horror, and I did watch this when I first initially got it. This is the Severin Films release, and I got it a while ago. I can't believe it was hidden in that pile of stuff to show off. But yeah, it's pretty much fashion models go to a castle to put on a photo shoot, and there's some kind of weird history with the castle, that there was a sadistic baron that was there, and he pretty much resurrects himself or something and starts attacking the ladies there, and he has some sadistic ways of torturing them. And it's kind of like a weird erotic horror film. I don't know if it's like a German or Italian film. Can't remember. But it is definitely insane and very interesting. Definitely, I should probably do a review on this one because there's a lot of cool visuals in it. Just a really beautiful cast of people and very odd. Right up my alley and perfect for the channel. So maybe I should do a review on this sometime. Maybe I'll rewatch it and get a review up for you guys. If you've seen it before, let me know what you think about it, your thoughts on it, and if you're looking for a review of this one, let me know. I will do it, because I've been churning them out a lot lately. But that is the Bloody Pit of Horror that Severin Films put out, and first time in the collection, and it was the first time I saw it, and I'm gonna have to watch it again to refresh my memory. But, because I've watched so many movies. I just watched a few last night. My mind's just boggled. But up next is a movie that I've been meaning to check out for a long, long while. Picked it up a while back and still haven't got a chance to watch it, but it looks crazy. The movie I'm talking about is Alice in Wonderland. And this is like the 20s, I want to say, or 1933 this came out. And it is bizarre looking. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the screenshots or the trailer online, but the characters and world of Lewis Carroll from the Alice in Wonderland story is just weirdly depicted in this film. They bring it to life, but it is like a living nightmare, and I've always wanted to check it out because it just looks so weird and bizarre. And now I got it in my possession, so I should probably get on it and watch it. This is the Kino Lorber release. I probably picked this up on a sale a long time ago, and it was just stuck in the pile. But that reminds me, the Kino Spring Sale is going on right now. I already picked up 9 different films from that sale, just waiting for that to come in the mail. So I'll do a Kino Lorber Spring Sale video soon, very, very soon, because I believe it is coming. It was shipped. But Alice in Wonderland looks like some freaky shit, and I can't wait to check it out. I don't know why I haven't. It's just that I've got so much stuff going on, hardly have a second to think. But let's move it along to a movie that I did a brief little video on before, because I saw it on, I believe it was streaming on Amazon Prime, and it was just a really cool Japanese horror film that I thought had a lot of class and style to it. And I just wanted to get a little video out there just to show people that it was available, and I don't even remember when that was. I know it was sometime last year, but I ended up picking up a copy for myself because I don't have it in the collection. And the movie is The Snake Girl and the Silver-Haired Witch. And this one's awesome. Really cool. And another one I'm probably going to do a review for because it has a lot of awesome qualities to it, some very bizarre moments. Really cruel and crazy moments. I remember the ending now. The movie is awesome, and I'm really glad that I finally picked it up on Arrow. Arrow Video put this one out, and a really cool looking collection here on this. But have not viewed it here. Like like I said, the last time I watched it, it was on Amazon Prime streaming. I don't believe it's on there anymore. But I'm probably gonna definitely do a review on this one because this one would be a fun one to review. So if you guys like Japanese horror and kind of the bizarre qualities that come out of that kind of era of, I believe this is the 70s for this one. Don't see it anywhere. 1968. Woo, 60s, so late 60s on this one. Just a really cool film. I love this one. Bizarre, but glad it's in the collection. First time in the collection, and yeah, I'm kind of intrigued to do a review on that one because the visuals are fun. Story's really weird and out there, and it's just an enjoyably obscure film. But let's move it on to another obscure film, but one that came out more in recent times, and it's a zombie comedy. So be that as it may, there are so many of them out there ever since Shaun of the Dead. But this one, I really enjoyed this one. This, yeah, nobody talks about this one. It is Night of the Living Deb. And sounds corny. I mean, the cover looks corny. But the character of Deb is really interesting. Whoever the actress is, she does an amazing job in it because you really kind of enjoy what she has, her personality and all that different stuff. And just the situations in here, it's nothing too over the top. I want to say it's almost like a road trip movie, but it's been a while since I've seen it. But I remember really enjoying it, really loving it. And it doesn't take itself too serious. It's not classic in the sense of Shaun of the Dead, but it does a very fun attempt at making a zombie comedy and keeping it kind of fresh, but still relying on those tropes that make the zombie comedies so enjoyable. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say about this one because, like I said, it has been a while since I've watched it. But it's definitely something that deserves a watch at least, just to see what you think about it. And they do a really good job, decent job of kind of doing something a little bit fresh with the material that's been used over and over again. But Night of the Living Deb, I recommend it. Good, fun film. But first time in the collection. And yeah, slowing down here. It's been a long day, boys. But next up is a very interesting Russian fantasy film that came out, I think last year it was released. But a really enjoyable one, very vibrant and visual. A lot of cool fantasy elements and ambitious. It's a very ambitious production. And what year did this one came out? 1956. Seems like a more modern film in the sense of like maybe 60s or 70s. So it's a very ambitious production for a mid-50s kind of tale, especially a Russian kind of tale of it. And supposedly it's a legendary tale. Let me just tell you what it is before I get in more depth in it. I'm going to look at it while I say it because I have no idea how to pronounce this. Ilia Miromets. You got me if I got that or not. But movie is awesome. Really cool. Like I said, it pulls from an old Russian tale and mythology and stuff like that. And just really awesome. It really has some crazy visuals, like right there, just the knight on his horse on top of all these bodies. There's even a dragon in it, which, you know, for the 50s and being such a big scale kind of film, like they do an amazing job on the dragon effects too. It's a practical thing, but it's just really interesting to see, and a movie that you probably wouldn't ever have a chance to see unless it was put out in a kind of worldwide release. So thankfully, the guys over at, I don't even know, is this Deaf Crocodile? Yep. Deaf Crocodile put this one out, and I have quite a few of their releases, and they're pretty much guaranteed to release something that is quite interesting, without a doubt entertaining, and just bizarre that it's something you would never see before. So they really go out of their way to get weird, obscure films that nobody's really talks about. But this release is amazing. The film's amazing, and really love Deaf Crocodile, so definitely get anything that they put out. Highly recommend them. But Ilia Miromets, really awesome film, cool stuff, and I don't know if maybe I'll do a review on it sometime. It's a very strange film. I mean, they have traditional characters and stuff like that to pull from for review, to maintain my structure that I kind of do for all my videos. But it's definitely a weird and different one. But it's a damn fun 50s Russian fantasy film that I highly recommend. But let's move it on to something ridiculous. Let's jump into the ridiculous here. It is the sequel to a movie that was pretty good, pretty classy moments in it. Well, not classy, but classic and memorable and funny and hilarious. This is a horror comedy, and it's also an action comedy. A little combination there. But this is the sequel. This is another Wolf Cop. And if you've ever seen the first Wolf Cop, you pretty know what to expect with this one. Yeah, they just kind of expand the story and keep going with it. And I don't know which one I like better. Probably the original, just because it's the original concept. But some great scenes in this one as well. Fun stuff. I've got the original Wolf Cop somewhere in the collection behind me. And just fun stuff. I know the Canadian pop star, I think he must be the 80s, or he seems like he's stuck in the 80s. Gowan does a song on this one as well as he did on the original. With a little montage music, and you'll get stuck in your head. You'll never get it out of your head. But good, fun film, harmless stuff, entertaining, nothing too serious, over the top, weird, wacky, fun. So definitely check that one out. But first time in the collection, and it's finally paired with its first entry. But that is another Wolf Cop. Well, let's move it on to one of my favorite movies of all time. That's outside of the horror realm, but it's weird. Outside of the horror realm, it's my favorite it's my favorite movie that actually has my favorite horror movie playing in it. So, very interesting there, and I just realized that for some reason. But the movie I'm talking about is Donnie Darko. And my favorite horror movie is The Evil Dead, the original one, and that plays in a scene in this movie. But I have this one on DVD, on 2 different DVD editions. I have it on Blu-ray already, but I always wanted to pick up the Arrow release. And like I said in the other videos, Hamilton Books has a whole bunch of Arrow films for sale for like $11 each. And I picked this one up because it's badass. Favorite. I could watch it over and over again back to back and probably still not get bored of it. Just love these scenes, the music, the way it's shot, the mystery, the atmosphere, and just the bizarre quality of it. It's a real weird fever dream kind of film. And I don't know, soundtrack, I probably just said it, but the soundtrack is awesome. Love it. And I've mentioned in other videos that that's my October soundtrack. I just put the soundtrack to Donnie Darko on while I'm driving around in October, and it just is sublime. But yep, Donnie Darko, if you haven't seen it, it's weird. Definitely check it out. Might not be your taste, but I absolutely love it. And put that one in the collection. But next up, holy crap, I got a few more still. Next up is a film that I just grabbed from the mail. It was just delivered. And it is a really amazing film. It is directed by, I'm like blanking on his name for some reason, Walter Hill, the guy who directed Warriors, and another film that I have over there in the pile, but I'm not going to say. The movie is Streets of Fire, a crazy combination of kind of, I don't even know how to describe this movie. It's like a musical action. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's got a great cast. Willem Dafoe plays a street punk kind of guy. And then, was he Diane? What's her freaking name? What's her name? Diane Lane. That was awkward. Diane Lane is in it. She's absolutely smoking in this one. And just a really cool story about just street gangs and bike culture and all kinds of crazy stuff. But it's really well shot. And just a movie that I haven't had in the collection, oddly enough. I've always been kind of searching for a deal on this one, or just kind of, it never really came across my shopping, but finally it has, and got it for a really decent price from somebody, because I guess the 4K is out now, so everyone wants to ditch their old Blu-rays, which I'm like, I'll scoop that up real quick. But Streets of Fire, awesome film. This is a Shout Factory release. And yeah, fun film. I don't even know, I might have done a review on this one, now that I'm thinking about it. But if I haven't, I definitely want to do that one in the future. But I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know, it's all a blur now. Everything's a blur, this whole world. But let's move it on to a great film, a great horror film that kind of started the whole Japanese horror craze that swept the United States and gave us nothing but endless remakes of all these classics. But this one started it all. It is Ringo. And The Ring, pretty much. If you've seen the American version with, what's her name? I don't know why I even attempted to try to figure out her name. But Ringo, great stuff. You know the story. You see a tape, you die 7 days later, haunted by the crazy long-haired chick. But I've actually never, I mean, I have it on DVD, but I didn't have it on Blu-ray yet, so I figured I would take the chance to upgrade it to the Arrow video release, because Arrow's badass, and the movie's badass, and why not? But that's Ringo. And we're just going to round it out right now with an amazing 80s sci-fi action-adventure. It is very vivid, very fun. Doesn't take itself too serious at all. And yeah, it is Flash Gordon. Flash! Ah! But I do believe I have this on Blu-ray and I have it on DVD, but I wanted the Arrow release because this movie is really just that good. It's a classic, pulling from the serial sci-fis of the past, based off the Flash Gordon series, and just throws it out there and goes all in with the characters, the settings, the action, so many memorable scenes. But the cast, is, like I said, is amazing. Max von Sydow right there as Ming, right? Yeah, I believe. I'm going off of memory here. But yeah, awesome film, fun. I think I reviewed this one because I was in a cheeky mood and wanted to do something fun. But I believe it's on there. It's on the channel somewhere. Search it if you want to see. I don't know. But Flash Gordon, awesome stuff. And just glad to have the Arrow release finally, because I've always had my eye on it, but I've had so many other things that have kind of been catching my attention, of just lesser known films, because I get more excited about picking up stuff that I've never even heard of before. But it's always nice to have one that everyone's heard of, and that is Flash Gordon. Definitely see it if you haven't seen it. It's fun. Very, very fun. But let us just say that this is the collection here. Update, the movie haul, with some really interesting stuff. And yeah, all good all around. And like I always say, it's never gonna stop, because for some reason, well, I guess the pile is a little bit smaller than usual because I've kind of been churning some of these out. So hey, maybe there's an end to this madness, but I doubt it. But guys, I hope you like what I'm doing here, and I hope you like that video. If you do, like and subscribe, and if you have time on your hands, leave a comment below, because I love hearing from you guys. But until then, I will see you all at the next movie review. Take care and get the hell out.